President Donald Trump over the weekend defending his decision to fire a number of inspectors general from over a dozen federal agencies. It happened in a Friday night purge, and it raises concern about the future of oversight in his administration.
It says that Donald Trump does not want his administration to be held accountable for anything. He believes, wrongly in my opinion, that he has a mandate to go into government and do whatever he sees as fit. That is not the case.
Does Trump have the right to immediately fire these 18 inspector generals? Is it an abuse of power, or is there a deeper reason of this act? Let's dive in to assess the situation. So hello everyone, welcome back to Trump Media. Today we're diving into a big story. President Trump's decision to fire a number of inspector generals from various federal agencies. This isn't just a personal change, it has serious implications for government oversight and accountability. So if you want more videos like these, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and of course share it with the people you know so that we can still keep producing videos like this. So yeah, without further ado, let us begin. For the first clip, it features an interview with Mark Greenblatt, one of the fired inspector generals. Greenblatt discusses his firing and the potential implications for government oversight. He warns that if Trump replaces the fired inspectors general with political allies, it could lead to increased corruption and waste within the government. This video also explores the legality of Trump's actions and the potential consequences for taxpayers.
President Donald Trump over the weekend defending his decision to fire a number of inspectors general from over a dozen federal agencies. It happened in a Friday night purge, and it raises concern about the future of oversight in his administration. And joining us now is one of the inspectors general dismissed by Trump on Friday, Mark Greenblatt. He was the inspector general of the Department of Interior. Sir, thanks very much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me on. Yeah.
Can you explain how you learned about this? What happened on Friday?
So Friday night, I got an email on my work phone, and I checked it, and on there was it said White House notification, and I knew that can't be good. In the prior Trump administration, President Trump had removed two inspectors general, both of which were on Friday nights. And so those are Friday night, Friday night massacres at that time. And so to get an email from the White House saying White House notification on a Friday night at 7:30, I knew that couldn't be good. And so I opened it up, and there was a two-sentence email from the Director of Presidential Personnel that said, in light of changing priorities, you are, terminated from your position at the, Department of the Interior, effective immediately, and thank you for your service.
You were appointed by Donald Trump, or named to this position by Donald Trump back in 2019. Do you have any sense of why he would put you on this list?
No, I don't know. And all that was stated was the changing priorities in that email, which I understand the other IGs who were removed, the 17 or 18 of us, were still sifting through the rubble, frankly, to find out how many IGs were removed. But as far as I know, all of us got essentially the same email that said changing priorities.
What does that mean for taxpayers if there are not people like you in these roles?
Well, I would say it's troubling. These removals should be sending off alarm bells for a number of different reasons. But the primary one, in my view, is the independence of these positions. The whole construct of inspectors general, it's based on us being independent, that we're not beholden to a political party of any stripe, that we are there as the taxpayers' representatives to call balls and strikes without any dog in the fight. So that's the question, is what will President Trump do with these positions? Is he going to nominate watchdogs, or is he going to nominate lapdogs? That's the key question. If he's going to nominate independent-minded folks who are independent in body and spirit, then that's hopefully the right course of action. If he goes down a path of nominating and appointing political lackeys, then I think the American taxpayers, Congress, stakeholders throughout the country should be up in arms. This is not a good development for the American taxpayer.
In this next clip, it highlights the controversy surrounding this decision, particularly the violation of a 2012 law requiring 30 days notice to Congress. It also discusses the reactions of various politicians, including Republicans and Democrats, to the firings.
Susan, by the way, this move from the White House to fire these inspector generals, despite a 2022 law that requires Congress to be given 30 days notice from the administration, what exactly does that tell you?
It says that Donald Trump does not want his administration to be held accountable for anything. He believes, wrongly in my opinion, that he has a mandate to go into government and do whatever he sees as fit. That is not the case. However, it's also worth noting he believes he also has immunity. So while he may immunity, I should say, from the Supreme Court in any actions that come out of his his presidential orders. So by firing these IGs, excuse me, he is in fact saying, like, I don't care what the law is, I'm immune, and I don't want people who may be calling out mistakes that happen in agencies, which is ironic because inspector generals, what they do is find fraud, waste, and abuse that tend to save the taxpayers' money.
I'm not overly worried about that. It's not the first time people have come in and put their team in. When you win an election, you need people in your administration that reflect your views. So I'm not really worried about that.
But very quickly, the law says he's supposed to give you 30 days notice.
Yeah,
he didn't do that. Do you think he violated the law?
Well, technically, yeah, but he has the authority to do it. So I'm not, losing a whole lot of sleep that he wants to change the personnel out.
If it's about changing priorities in the administration, and non-adherence to the rationale that we're not a part of the administration and you're going to put people in who are more like loyalists, then the whole system is in shambles.
Basil, that gentleman did go on to say that the president has the right to do this. Where is that right to do things and not do things, and on something so sensitive as this issue?
Well, I think that's why Lindsey Graham's point, is something that we really should be reflecting on going forward, because while the president does have the right to put his own appointees in place, he can do so in accordance with the law. That's why the technically yes comment is so striking, because it suggests that while the president would need, and we would expect the president to follow the law, he's going to do whatever he wants to do whenever he wants to do it. And, to Julie's point earlier and Susan's point, making sure that Republicans are in line with this is critically important, because in the House, they have the smallest majority. The Republicans have the thinnest majority. The second thinnest majority they've ever had in history. There's obviously a thin majority in the Senate. You see Mitch McConnell's comments against Hegseth the other day, which was, not necessarily a profile of courage, because he really doesn't have much to lose at this point. But it does suggest that there might be a lot of members who are uncomfortable with his moves. So he brings them tomorrow to Florida to get them comfortable with the things that he needs to do going forward. So the technically yes, but we'll do it anyway, I think is going to be a recurring theme in the next 4 years.
Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video informative and thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And of course, if you guys want more videos like these, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so that we will keep uploading these kinds of videos.